All their valuables and possessions combined still don't amount to the power and presence of God in you. All their valuable possessions do not compare to the one thing that they're not aware of. They're aware of you and who you are and how they perceive you and what they think of you when they look at you. That's why they're quick to run to grab something that they have or something that they can show off, because that's what makes them feel better about themselves. They're owned by what they own. They think they own things, but what they own is actually in ownership of them. And that's wild. It's crazy to think that when you see a person, you need to do something to make yourself feel comfortable because of who that person is. Somebody has something that you want, just accept it. That's cool, that's okay. I might even smile and be happy for that person. But when it comes to other people's reaction, and you could tell that they're salty, they're salty sea slug, you know, you just know that it's something that's in you and it's not on you. Because you could be dressed in the finest clothes. I wish you would. You could be dressed in the finest clothes, and you could have on the finest things, and people who have nothing will still approach you and attempt to be better than you. And sometimes these things that others have aren't physical. Sometimes these things that others have are just the way that they are, the way that they operate, the way that they move, and the way that they live their life. You may have a person who has nothing, but they have an attitude. They have a way about themselves. They are who they are. Sometimes people, and I mean, this isn't even sometimes. This is even biblical right here. People will take their attitude and put it on like clothes. And that's the true meaning of, I have touched the hem of his garment. Whose garment are you touching? Okay? Who's him? Who's let me see, I'm gonna figure out how I can say it. Whose hem of their garment, there we go, are you touching? Whose hem of whose garment are you copping a feel? Are you getting your touch on? Oh, they disrespectful. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I know y'all working together. Okay, we even pulling up at the same place at the same time together to let you know we working together. You could look at the devil or you could look at God. You could look at the devil or you could look at God. All right now. You could look at the devil or you could look at God. It's all about who you choose to see. That's all it's about. Who do you choose to see? Who do you choose to look at? Can't be afraid of anything. God is too powerful. He's just too powerful. So people are allowed to have things. It's good for people to have things. I have things. You have things. We all have things. But how do you use what you have? All right. Are you using what you have to motivate? Are you using what you have to inspire? Are you using what you have to make others feel better about themselves? If you are, cool. If you're not, hey, that's cool too. That's on your soul. That's on your soul. Nah, but for real though, if you're not using what you have to inspire, make somebody else better, shame on you. Shame on you. You should be using what you have to inspire somebody else and motivate them to make them want to do better, because if not, you're misusing your God power. You're misusing the power and the presence of God in you. And at the end of the day, that's all we have. Excuse the angels. At the end of the day, that's all we have is the power and the presence of God in us. That's all we have. So when others go to misusing that and abusing that and confusing that with their worldly possessions, and it's okay to have worldly possessions. You work, you save, you earn, you begin to amass wealth and all types of wonderful things because you're blessed. It's because you're blessed. All right? It's a difference between having money and letting money have you. It's a difference. There is a difference between having money and letting money have you. You can have money, or you can let money have you. You can have things. You can have possessions, or you can let those things and those possessions have you. And it's saddening, and it hurts my soul to see people think that it's what's on the outside that matters. And it is what's on the outside that matters. You got to have a good appearance. You got to take care of yourself. And you work hard. And you deserve to have things. And if people see it and if they're hurt by it, if they're offended by it, that's their problem. That's their problem. Stop hating. But there's a difference between hating and recognizing someone covering up their own self-hatred. We got to say that one more time. There's a difference between hating and recognizing when someone is covering up their own self-hatred. When you got people busting a sweat because they feel that you're a threat. When you have people busting a sweat because they feel that you're a threat and they need to place what they have before you so they can try to steal your energy or feel better about themselves or show you something that you don't have. Try to create a reality of lack in your mind. Someone may have something amazing, incredible, wonderful. But if they're using it to try to create lack in your mind, then that person has the problem and that person has the issue, not you. There are times where we may feel like, is there something wrong with me? Am I the problem? Am I doing something wrong? Somebody send a donation so I can get some new glasses. Am I doing something wrong? No, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything wrong at all. It's just that there are some people who feel some type of way about the way that God created you. All right, there's some people who feel some type of way about who you are. There's some people who feel some type of way about what you have inside. Maybe it's who you are on the outside. Maybe it's who you are on the inside. If people are acting strange around you, it's because they feel some type of way about it. And you can't have any worries about people feeling some type of way about you. That's their issue. That's their problem. Somebody has an issue with you enjoying yourself. Somebody got an issue with you enjoying your life the way you were made, the way you were created. That's their problem. All right? That's their problem. Not yours. So do your best to not entertain that. Do your best to not entertain that. Do your best to not entertain it. Do your best to entertain what's already on your mind. All right? They're letting the dogs out on me, but they don't know I got something on me. Do your best I know you lying. Do your best to not turn their pet into a vest. Do your best, all right, to not pay ignorance any mind. That's all you got to do. Because sometimes things can get ignorant. Because others just are too caught up in the way that they think, or the way that they were raised, or, okay, I didn't even see that person over there. All right, the way that person blend in like camouflage. The way I see why I see what it is now. All right. Sometimes they're just going to have a problem with you for no reason at all, because you are who you are and you're who you choose to be. And you're not going to stop being who you are for them. That's not a part of the program. You're not supposed to stop being who you are for other people. People aren't going to stop being who they are for you. And that's just the way it is. Ain't nobody going to stop being who they are for you. People are going to be who they want to be all in your face. I'm telling you, people are going to be who they want to be all in your face. So you might as well do it back. Not in a way that is hateful or that stirs up strife or that causes a problem. But I mean innocently, just being you and being yourself, unapologetically. And if a person has an issue with that, then that's their own fault. All right, but usually passive aggressively is going to come out in ways to where people are going to try to prove that they're better than you some type of way. And you're not about that. You don't need to prove that you're better than anybody, any kind of way. It's just not in your genetic makeup. It's not who you are. It's not what you're about. You don't need to prove that you're better than anybody. You can be around great people and appreciate them and not be petty about it. It is what it is. If somebody is better, that's an opportunity for you to learn. That's an opportunity for you to get what they have for yourself. Not to try to tear a person down or make them feel bad for what they accomplished or where they're at. That's not what it's about. That's a crab in a bucket mentality. That's not what you need at all. Sometimes better people will be placed around you for a reason and for a season, so that way you can achieve a goal. It's something that they have that you may possibly want or need, or God's trying to show you that you can achieve it for yourself. And that's what time it is. But when people misuse it and abuse it, it's to their own detriment. Only thing we have to do is keep our cool and focus on ourselves, because of how weird and unnatural it feels to have people behave like that. I think I'm going to keep it down here. Oh, that's what you thought you was going to do, huh? But you're not. It's just interesting the lengths that people will go to show you what they can do. or what they have or what they got going on. And people should have things going on. That's good for them. If they have things going on, good for them. You should want to have something going on for yourself. But it's nothing that you need to prove. It's nothing that you need to show. It's nothing that you need anybody else to know. You don't have to go show everyone or tell everyone or let everyone know that, hey, look at this great thing that I've got going on. You don't see people and immediately go to try to make them see what it is that you've got. If you put on something nice, you put on something new, you wear something that you like, that's your business. Me, I get fresh and I get fly, and I don't need any eyes to see what it is that I'm doing. If I get fresh and I get fly, it's for me. Even if I go out somewhere, if I get fresh and I get fly, it's for me. If you want to see me fresh and fly and go out somewhere, send a donation to my Cash App today, $DRUUILL. All right. But I know it feels good. Shout out to the people who are watching this video, who understand what I'm talking about, and it feels good. It feels good. It feels good to not have to have other people be forced to not have other people. It feels good to not have to force what I've got going on anybody. All right, a person forced against their will is of the same opinion still. I don't need to force myself on anybody. I don't need anybody to accept what I have going on except myself. I'm interested in what I'm doing. I like what I'm doing. I appreciate what I'm doing. And they hovering over, brother, ain't they? If you appreciate what you're doing, yo, it's the real deal, Holyfield. If you appreciate what you're doing, you're a step ahead of the game. They're hearing everything that I'm saying with their listening device. The vibration is too powerful. If you appreciate what you're doing, that's a plus for you. If you don't need anybody to appreciate what you're doing, that's a plus for you. There are people who do things because that's what they want to do. That's what they enjoy doing. That's what they like to do. Doesn't matter if anybody's watching. Doesn't matter if anybody sees it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if anybody it wants to be a part of it or engage in it. It's something that you were put here to do. And if you have a purpose and you're passionate about that, and you know that's something that you were put here to do, they circling this. If you know that was something that you were put here to do, then that's what you have to do. You have to do it whether you're being spied on from the sky on. Okay? You have to do it whether, they got a helicopter trying to hella stop you. It doesn't matter. All right? It doesn't matter. You have goals and dreams, and you're infatuated with nice things. All right? There are things that you were put here to do, and that's why you don't feel your best. That's why you may feel depressed, because you're not pursuing those things. You have to pursue those things regardless of what may happen. You'll just be on the next dimension of life, pursuing it and enjoying it and doing it and being it and having it. They can't stop God. The devil can't stop God. All right? Not even with all their technologies and contraptions and street theater. None of that. I mean, none of that. Okay? Not even the street theater. I mean, none of that. Whether it be street theater, all right? Whether it be a listening device, none of that. None of that. None of that. None of that. So it doesn't matter what people try to show off. It doesn't matter what people try to portray. A lot of people who are empty inside and see that you're whole are going to try to get you to view them the same way you see yourself. And that's why people are always trying to push their fancy possessions on you. That's why people are always trying to make you feel some type of way about who you are versus who they are. They can be who they want to be. People can be who they want to be. You just can't let it affect you to the point to where you feel bad about yourself. Don't ever feel bad about yourself. There are some people who feel that their life sucks and they try to cover it up. They will try to cover it up with their appearance or things or material possessions. Material possessions don't make you better than anybody. You can have all the material possessions in the world and be empty. You can have the fanciest cup in the world with diamonds on it, jewels on it, rhinestones on it, crystals on it, gemstones on it, minerals on it. If God doesn't fill it with anything, if it doesn't have a purpose, if there's nothing inside that cup, what's it worth? It's only what's on the outside is only a representation of what's on the inside. So you can have something that glitters. All that glitters isn't gold, because sometimes some gold is hollow. Some things are hollow. You ever buy some cheap gold? I hope you haven't. But cheap gold is hollow. It's not solid. It's not all the way. There's no contents in the middle. There's nothing inside of it. It's not gold all the way through. It's not solid gold. You want to be solid gold. Okay, all right. You want to be solid gold. You feel me? You want to be solid gold. You want to be the same on the outside as you are on the inside. That's what you want to be. You don't want to be fake. You definitely don't want to be fake. All right? You don't want to be fake. That's why it's important to keep it real with yourself. Otherwise, that could potentially happen. And that's one of the worst things that you could do to yourself, is become a fake person. One of the worst things you could do is become a fake person. One of the worst things you could do is think that because you have something on the outside, it makes up for who you are on the inside. That's one of the worst things you can do, is not be who you are on the outside that you are on the inside. That's not good. That means that there are some things that you should improve on about yourself and want to improve on about yourself. And that's one of the most important things that you can do. So don't get caught up in people's appearance. Don't get caught up in people's possessions. Don't get caught up in what others may try to portray themselves as in your face. Because it may cause you to think that there's something wrong with you when there's everything right with you. You're on your path. You're on your journey. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And if not, you will be. Trust and believe. If it's in God's plan and you believe in Him, trust and believe you will. Whether you like it or not, you'll be forced to, because life, if you don't move on life will move on you. And if there's something here, if there's something that you were put here to do, you'll either suffer until you begin to do it and get it done, or you'll suffer until you do. There's either something that you were put here to do and you'll get it done, or you will suffer until you do. Because if you don't follow God's plan for your life is going to be miserable. Your life is going to be miserable. You're going to be one of these people out here who hates their life, who's trying to cover what they feel up inside with the things that they can purchase and put on the outside. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Pound that like button, pound that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the chosen vessels. Peace, love, light, and protection. Maybe even, you know what? God is good. We're not going to speak anything we don't want, but I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.